Hi friends, welcome back. So today we're going to be working on this bed between me and my neighbors. This area actually leads you down to Hydrangea Lane. So this bed is fairly new this season and it is ever changing. So right here, you can't really tell, but I have some annuals that I need to pull and they are looking a hot mess. We finally had a hard frost and it's time for them to go. This area, not much weed in this area, but I do have those hideous Arborvitaes in the back. They've been there since July, just brown being a placeholder. I planted them in the height of the summer. I went away on vacation. When I came back, they started to look like this and I just let them go. So I'm going to replace them with some clearance, of course, Arborvitaes, and then I am going to plant another hydrangea right in this area where this terracotta pot is sitting right now. I had it earlier with summer annuals in there just as a placeholder as well. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with this area, but I'm just going to continue the hedge of Annabelle hydrangeas. I already have 4. I'm going to plant a 5th one on this end and another one on the other end, so a total of 6. Behind that, I have some black-eyed Susans with a random vine just growing on the fence, which I'll be cleaning off as well. It's an invasive vine. It comes back every season. I try to take control of it. I try not to spray, but it's hard to pull. In front of the Annabelle hydrangeas, you can't really tell because they are skeletonized right now. I have some what is the name? I'll put the name on the screen. They are hibiscus. They only get about 3.5 feet tall, perfect size. So it's gonna look great in the summertime. Like, this is the summer bed, the bed of the summer, with the hydrangeas, with the hibiscus. And then in front of the hibiscus, I have a row, it's like in zigzag shape, of some clearance salvias perennial. I cannot wait. So early in the summer, I planted some snowdrift super bells and they performed really well, and even with the hard frost they were still performing. But I just wanted to clean up this bed, prep it so I can plant my bulbs and not worry about it. Once I plant my bulbs, I'm going to mulch and leave this bed. There is nothing else I need to do after I plant my bulbs. I'm just so excited. Here I am just pulling the snowdrift and making sure not to pull up any of my perennial salvias. This rubber edge that you see, you can find it at Lowe's or Home Depot. I like it because you can just put it anywhere and instantly create a bed without having to do any digging. However, for me, I do not like the look of it, so I'm going to be placing some rocks like I do with the rest of my garden beds, just to give it a different feel, add some texture, you know. Here I'm just showing you guys the salvias that I have. They performed really well for me this season. This is their first season in ground here in the garden anyway, and I bought them on clearance, guys. So I cannot wait to see how they perform next season when they are officially a year in ground. Back here I have this beautiful elephant ear. As you can tell, it got nipped, so now is the perfect time to dig it up and store it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll be on YouTube looking up how to do all that to store the elephant ear bulb. It was actually a hedge and only one survived all season long. So just imagine you have the arbs in the back, then you have the hydrangeas, and then you have the hibiscus. It's going to look beautiful. Now with the Arborvitaes in the back, I only planted them for structure, not for privacy. I need to be able to see what's going on down the street, which is the main road, and see what cars coming up and down the street. My neighbors, they have kids, I have kids, and I just like, I'm that neighbor. I just want to know who's coming up and down the street, seeing as though there's only 4 houses on this block and it's a dead-end street. Like, where are you going? Who's coming up and down my street? And as always, I have to call in reinforcement to help me, especially when I'm short on time. So he just manhandled these plants, pulled them out like it was nothing. Now with these arbs, you can tell they are browning in certain places, you know, they're a little bit distressed, but they have like they have so many potential, and just with some love, care, and a moist area, they will bounce back and they will perform. Next season is gonna look like it's nothing. Now here, as you can see, there are some places I still have clay and some places look amazing. This is years of putting down leaf compost and working in gypsum and just using a lot of organic matter. Like, I am proud of myself. This right here looks amazing. Knowing where I'm coming from with that orange hideous clay, it's just great. It's just so great to see. So in the hole, I'll be adding my, of course, a leaf compost. I am obsessed with this because it really works for me. Can you guys believe that this went up about, I think, 20 to 60 cents, somewhere between 20 and 60 cents per bag? And I don't see the reason why, because it is made here in Maryland, literally down the street in Montgomery County. I just don't understand why. I'm still going to use it though. So I'm using that, and I'm also going to use some all-purpose fertilizer. It's 222, very low, just something to help stimulate the roots of these arborvitae to get them going. Because here in zone 7, even though some days are pretty cold and the nights are cold too, the soil is extremely warm and the roots, they're still going. I still have plants that are trying to send out blooms. My roses are still blooming, and I have some annuals that are still trying to put on flowers, trying to put on a show. So I'm just taking advantage of this lengthy warmth in this season. Here in November, it's almost Thanksgiving. My little lady here that I bought from Facebook Marketplace, I'm going to move her. I think I'm going to move her from this bed and put her across the driveway, across from the fountain area in the new area that I'm working on. I think she will look great over there. Or I might bump her up to the front, but it's just, I don't know. We shall see. But she will not be staying here in the back. Nobody puts baby in the corner, okay? This looks so much better already with the 3 new arbs looking green and fresh compared to these brown, dried, crisp arborvitaes. Yeah. So I can just imagine, just picture everything. So right where this, if you look all the way in the back, there is a peony bush. I want to move it, but I'm just so nervous because they're very finicky. If you dig them up, they might not move. They might not bloom for you for another 3 years, and I'm just nervous. I would like to put another arb right there as well, closer to the butterfly bush. So right here in front of the butterfly bush, I need to bring in 2 loads of soil in front of this big butterfly bush, which I cut down every season to about 6 to 10 inches. I need to bring in 2 loads of topsoil right here and finish off this area because it is sloped. So I need to bring this whole level up together so I can complete that area. So I have two of these Annabelle hydrangeas that I bought from the orange store on clearance, and I've you know, they've seen better days. I've had them for several weeks now, and they've seen better days. So these hydrangeas are the Annabelle hydrangea. They get about 5 feet tall and wide, and I was thinking maybe I could put two here, but when I think of their mature height and width, it doesn't make any sense. So I decided to go with one of the hydrangeas, and then next season I'm going to try my best to get my hands on one of these hibiscuses to finish the hedge off in front of this hydrangea. So I only have 5 of the hibiscus, and a 6th one will make it complete and just fill out this area. Now here is a little look at my soil. This is what you see in all of my garden beds, this orange clay soil. And please don't let it get wet, because then it is the worst. Like, the water will sit for days. But over the years it's been improving. Once again, I'm just putting in the leaf compost with whatever fertilizer I have on hand. Sometimes I use gypsum, sometimes I don't. Lately, what I've been using a lot is the rabbit poop, rabbit manure, and that's been working really, really well. Here, I'm just raking up a few debris, not much to clean up, and here comes my lovely neighbor. By the way, ladies, he is single, so if you are ready to mingle, he is available. Or if you're looking for a husband, he's also available. He's from El Salvador. He's a really nice guy. Very respectable. He's very giving, very generous, and whenever they have gatherings, like last night they had a huge party. I mean, the food kept coming, the liquor, the cerveza kept coming. My Spanish is not the best, but I'm learning. He's teaching me, okay? The chicharrones, is that how you say it? The chicharrones, the chicharron, I don't know how to say it, but it's fried pig skin, and then the other one is fried pig with jalapeno and peppers and scallion and a whole bunch of stuff. Now, I don't eat pork, okay? I don't eat pork, but that thing was delicious. Anyway, here I am now, just adding some stones to kind of soften the look of this rubber. It is not, I don't know, I'm not 100% sold. Like, I have to sleep on certain things to see how I feel about it, but for right now it looks good. And once everything is mulch, this bed is just going to look amazing. Now, from this angle, it looks a little bit odd with only 3 arbs, so I think I'm going to add a 4th one close, very close to the butterfly bush, and see if that can balance it out just a little bit. But overall, I'm satisfied with this area. I lost between the talking, because we were talking for a good minute, at least 45 minutes, me and my neighbor, and I ran out of time. By the time 4:30, 4:45 hits, it starts to get dark around here. I just don't understand why. So right here to the right, I'm going to finish that off another day, bring in the topsoil, because I had, as you can see, I did not do that. I need to finish off the rubber and the rocks all the way to the back, bring in soil, cardboard soil, and put down some mulch, and that's it. The only thing I have left to do in this bed is to plant my bulbs, and once I do that, it is a wrap, which should not take me long. I want to plant nothing but alliums. I mean, alliums every single where, especially since I have several hundred by collecting them like they are, what do you call them? Pokemon? No. Collecting them like they are Dragon Ball Z. If you watch Dragon Ball Z, you know what I'm talking about. Those are the balls. Yes. They're on clearance. They're on sale at the big box stores, guys. That's where I buy majority of my bulbs. So if you aren't there, you need to get there. So that's all there is, because I'm rambling as always, because I love to talk. Until next time, guys. Bye. You toodles.